Well, good afternoon. My name is Russell Brandt, and I'm with Florida Custom Fab. And I have to tell you, it's warm down here in Florida. We're in August, I think it's August the 5th. And I've taken my Harley Road King apart to repaint it because the clear coat and some of the color had come off. It's a 98, so it's seen its fair share of miles. And I got a new gun and I was trying it out, and of course you need to set it up before you start spraying, which I did, and you check the spray pressure and get your fan right. And I'm using some Tamco primer on here. I also have some primer that I've tried before, and I didn't like it, so I thought I'd try Tamco. And I got the gray, and I didn't want to go too dark, but I got direct to metal. The primer seems to be really nice. I mixed it according to the directions, which is 4:1 plus 10%, and it sprayed out nice. Not being used to the gun and not being used to spraying paint at all, automotive paint that is, then I got a learning curve here. So I didn't go quite fast enough, stayed too long, and I got a nice little run over here. So I've got some 120 here, and I got some 220 there, and we're going to try to take this out. And I don't know if you can see it right there, but right here is our run. It's quite a long one here. I stayed on this edge right here just a little bit too long, but the rest of it came out nice, and these panels did, except for the edges here. I got a few drips, but that'll sand out and that'll be all right. But you don't want to sand on a corner too long, or you'll go right through the metal, to the metal, right through the primer. So I got this block here with the 220 on, and I'm just taking the ridge off of there, trying to get that run out of there. And once I get it down, then we'll take that 220 and go over the whole thing again, kind of rough it up a little bit, and we'll put another coat of primer on it. You see, that doesn't take much to get that out of there. You can see it's starting to come out now, getting that ridge off. And I'm not putting a lot of pressure on it because I don't want to grind it. I guess it was about an hour and a half, 2 hours ago that I sprayed this, so it dries rather well, sands nice. And I'm real happy with the paint. Like I said, it covers real well. There's only one coat across it. And like I said, I was on the back side, didn't have the right light, and I stayed on it just a little too long. Like I said, the other pieces came out. And this wasn't the first piece I painted. I also painted fenders for my double axle flatbed trailer. Took them off, they're galvanized, and I sanded them down and had it down to pretty nice flat surface. And I sprayed them with it first because I figured if I was going to mess up and put a run on it, that'd be easier to take it out and even strip it again if I had to than it would be for the bike. So naturally, I felt like I had it down, and I didn't. Stayed on it just a little bit too long. You can see here, right on that edge, I already went through the primer and went down to the metal and up here too. So Like I said, you got to be careful where you're putting. You don't want to put a lot of pressure on it when you're doing this. But it's recommended to put 2 coats on it anyway, and I certainly didn't want to put another coat on with that big old run and then try to sand that out. And I certainly wouldn't be putting that much paint on to cover it up. And this fender isn't quite, it's just got a little bit of a dip there, and that's why I'm hitting these other edges here, because you can see I got nothing here, but I'm hitting here and here. So to compensate for that, we're going to take this 220, instead of using the block, I'm going to fold this over and make me a pad. And I'm not going to use my fingers, because with your fingers you're going to put gouges in. You want to use the palm there, but my palm will fit in there better than that block will. And you see where I'm scratching now in that concave. And even with the 220, it's taking its sanding. Literally, it's almost sanding like butter. It's nice. I like this. I like this primer. All right, we got the run out of there. A little bit more left here. You want to do kind of a crosshatch, so you don't have some big old gouges in there. Like I say, we're only using 220 here, and we're only working with primer, so the primer should cover it up anyway, but just get into the habit of sanding in a crisscross instead of just one direction or 90 degrees to each other. There we go. I don't think you want to watch me sand the whole thing here, but that's pretty much the process with sanding it. And when I get this sanded down and get the other pieces sanded, I'll get some paint mixed up and we'll do that.